Last night, we took a step forward in moving out of this difficult period we've had the last few days and moving to a better time. Just got off the phone with Commissioner Shea and First Deputy Commissioner Dean Foulahan. I want to thank both of them. We have all been talking constantly over these last 6 days. Both of them have shown tremendous leadership in the midst of this crisis. We went over the facts of last night. We saw a very, very different picture around New York City last night. We still have more work to do. Let me affirm that right up front. We saw peaceful protests during the day. Yeah, some tense moments, undoubtedly, but overwhelmingly peaceful protest, and the NYPD respecting the peaceful protest. We saw a few incidents where people decided to do something illegal or violent around the protest, but that was rare. We saw some acts in different boroughs of people attempting to attack property. NYPD was positioned to address that rapidly. We'll get the exact details out as we get more information in the course of the day, but overwhelmingly it was a very different reality in New York City last night. And the areas that had been particularly affected in Midtown Manhattan and in part of the Bronx the night before did not see that kind of activity in any meaningful number last night. So, a step forward. And working closely with Commissioner Shea and his team, a series of strategies were employed yesterday, and those strategies, I think, by and large, were effective. Those strategies were created in light of the evidence of what happened from 9 p.m. Sunday through Monday night. Again, things we had not seen previously. Adjustments were made. NYPD really stepped back yesterday morning and said, okay, we're dealing with something different here. We have to defend differently. We have to address it differently. And they did. And I want to thank the commissioner and his team, and I want to thank the men and women of the NYPD. They've been asked to do a lot the last few days. A lot of them are exhausted from working so hard, but they are going out there doing their job, protecting all of us, and showing a lot of restraint in the process. And that's what we expect. And I want to be clear. Everyone who puts on that uniform takes an oath, agrees to a higher calling, and agrees that restraint will be a part of their life. And keeping the peace means every sense of those words. That's what our officers and their commanders understand. So we expect a lot of police officers. We expect them to live up to the highest standards of our society. And I saw a lot of good last night, and I want to see that continue. So I emphasize that the standards, the rules we put in place last night, the curfew beginning at 8 p.m. and going on till 5 a.m. the next morning, that will be in place, including Sunday night to 5 a.m. Monday morning. At that point, we hope to lift the curfew, move forward, just as we're starting phase 1 of our restart.